Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs Show. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Oh, hope we're all okay. Hope we're all alright. We got some good stuff to talk about in this video. Well, some good, some not so good. We're going to be talking about Pedro Neto, the man himself, obviously the man on the thumbnail, and potential bad news in a deal for Spurs, but also a little bit of good news surrounding the young star himself, Mikey Moore. So plenty to get into, plenty to talk about. Just want to say, if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. The road to 3K is very much on, very much alive, and hopefully we'll be there very, very soon. So thank you to everyone that has subscribed, obviously, as per usual. So let's talk Mikey Moore, because it's on my screen first. So Jack Pitbrook through The Athletic saying Mikey Moore's new contract will be worth... Let me restart that. Mikey Moore's new contract will be worth more than Spurs have ever offered to a player of Mikey's age, and it will be a 3-year contract. So, not sure who Mikey Moore is. He is the young star. Obviously, just going to double check, because I actually do not know his birthday. 11th of August. So in 5 days' time, Mikey Moore will turn 17, which... it's mad, a player that young being that good. We've seen in pre-season how good he actually has been. And if you were ever wondering, is he going to feature with the first team next year? Please look no further. Please just see that. And that will answer all your questions. He's going to be with the first team next year. When you think about it, you've got the Premier League. You've got the EFL Cup. You've got the FA Cup. That is the domestic competitions that Spurs will be in this season. You then add on top the European competition of the Europa League. We are in 4 competitions next year. And rotation is going to be massive this year. The idea that we have, no one wants to join us for this position because we've already got this guy. Rotation is going to be the key thing in this situation. If you signed If you sign a really exciting winger, Pedro Neto, for example, he's not going to be able to play 60 games a season. You're going to have to rotate. Brennan Johnson will have to feature. Mikey Moore's going to have to feature. Kulusevski, Timo Werner, you name it, they all have to feature. So this is really great news. So shout out for this. It's really, really good news. On Pedro Neto, though, James Ducker through the Telegraph, obviously a man that's pretty good in terms of the Manchester side of football. He was talking about the Julian Alvarez deal, and he's saying that City are standing to make a huge £67.5 million profit on Alvarez. City's general position this summer, beyond the signing of Savio, is they may enter the market with significant departure. So interesting to see what they now do. Obviously, Julian Alvarez, massive departure from what they have. Do they go and get themselves another striker? Alvarez kind of featured a lot through into the midfield as well, so it wasn't like he was an out-and-out striker behind Haaland. He goes on to say Wolves' Pedro Neto has been one player of interest. Now, I'm going to be honest, that should absolutely scare the living hell out of you. But maybe it doesn't. Follow me. I could be speaking nonsense and you could be thinking, and he's speaking some absolute hogwash nonsense. I spoke in my previous video today, which, by the way, go back, have a watch of my previous video, because if you've missed it, it's some good stuff surrounding Pedro Neto and Eberechi Eze. If City are going to go for Neto, then Spurs are banging on the door to go and get Eberechi Eze this summer. That's the way I look at it. I think Neto maybe is just ahead of Eze in terms of the ability to get him. I think is probably easier. It'd probably be a bit cheaper. But if Man City would go in and get a Neto, you got to think of how many Portuguese players are in that team, by the way, at Man City. Bernardo Silva, you got Ruben Diaz. Obviously, yes, João Cancelo's been there. He hasn't moved on, I don't think, this summer. I don't think he's left permanently this summer or anything like that. Obviously, I know he was at Barca last year, but he's not moved on. So that's something you have to take into account. And obviously, at the right wing position, yeah, Foden was great there, but you could easily slot Foden more into a central position. Foden can feature out left. He's done that before for Man City as well. But Man City have been linked to Dani Olmo. He's off to Barcelona. He's been linked to Eberechi Eze. So have we. So if you're worried, I'm with you. And it would only be Spurs shooting themselves in the foot. That's all I'm going to say. It'd be Spurs shooting themselves in the foot if they don't wind up with the Pedro Neto, and that is the guy that Ange wants. But we shall see. Anyway, guys, then the video. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comments section down below your thoughts and feelings about Mikey Moore and his new deal, and obviously the Pedro Neto situation. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, in the video, I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.